Hello everyone, this is LDJ11 Gaming, and I want to welcome you into the Bulls Dynasty. How's everyone doing today? We're going to be taking on the Miami of Ohio Redhawks, and they are probably the best team in our conference. This is going to be a tough battle today. They lead the nation in scoring. I showed it at the end of the last episode. They are a fantastic team. I really look forward to seeing how our Bulls can stand up against them today. The Bulls elected to take the ball after winning the coin toss, and Johannesson's back for the return. And we're underway today here in Ohio. Whoa, step back by Johannesson. What a play. Can he make it? He cannot go down the sideline, but that was a fantastic 38-yard return. All right, first play of the hand on the game. Tyler Smith hands the ball off to Justin Hill for a 4-yard gain. Oh, man. Still waking up this morning. Tyler Smith back to pass on second down. He's going to check it down to Justin Hill, who gets hit immediately and only gains one. The Bulls come out here with their first third down of the game. Tyler Smith steps back to pass. He's got a wide open Justice Hopkins, and I think he was a little inaccurate, but it worked out in our favor. We'll take it. First down, Bulls. Tyler Smith hands it off to Justin Hill, who cuts it in, and he goes for 3 yards and a small gain. Second down. Tyler Smith. He gets picked off by Houston. What was he doing throwing it back across his body? First down, Redhawks. That's going to end the Bulls' opening drive right there. How are the Redhawks going to fare opening the game with their first play of the game? Right, read option pulls it, and he is gone for 12 yards. Great play by Michael Wright, their starting quarterback. Second down, Karoma takes the carry. He might be able to. He's got a chance. He's at the 30, 25, 20. He breaks 2-3 tackles, pushed out of bounds at about the 15-yard line for a gain of 42 yards by Hunter Karoma. Coming out here on first down at about the 12-yard line. Right, read option, pulls it again. Oh, he just jukes everybody out, and he's in the end zone. Redhawks 6, Bulls nothing. After that impressive opening drive, the Redhawks are up 7-0 as they kick it away to Johannesson. He's taken down at about the 20-yard line. Tyler Smith back to pass on first down. He tries getting it out there to his tight end, Dalton Alexander, but that's a knockdown by Johnson. Here on second down, the Bulls already brought Brian Romney into the game, and Coach Kent Williams said this is a wrinkle that we should continue to expect as he pulls it and takes it for a gain of 4. Coming out here on 3rd and 6, Tyler Smith re-enters the game. He's back to pass, and he's going to throw it deep and wildly inaccurate and almost picked off again. As the series comes to an end, Bulls are going to punt it away. See if anything can be done by the Redhawks as Irving, their former starting running back, broke a tackle on a 16-yard return. Redhawks coming out on first down, 5 wide. Bulls are going to bring a blitz that's picked up as Diaz makes the short 5-yard gain. Man in motion here, the tight end's in motion. Redhawks, read option again. Karoma makes 2 men miss and then breaks a couple tackles up the middle. These Redhawks are hot today on the ground. Second down here, Irving takes the carry. He's got a gap on the end. Can Weisher take him down? And Seth Weisher does take him down and prevent the touchdown. This Bulls defense is getting gashed against the number 1 offense in the country today. Right, again, pulls it, pitches it out to Karoma, who, I don't know what happens there. Turner just ran by him. He must have shimmied a little bit there. First down, Redhawks. First and goal here. Karoma takes the carry on the counter, and he's going to gain 6 yards on the play. Irving checks into the game for the Redhawks on second down. Right back to pass. He pulls it, gets sacked for a 3-yard loss by J.R. Henry. Or that's not J.R. Henry, that's Haynes. Third and goal. Touchdown, Diaz. Redhawks extend their lead already. And the kick's away to Johannesson. He's going to take it on the return up the middle here. Cut back. If he could have broke a tackle, there might have been a gap there. Redhawks have been hot on defense so far. 1st and 10, Tyler Smith back to pass. Oh, he's picked off by Brumfield. Oh, and this one, he gets tripped up or else he might go all the way back for a touchdown. What a terrible decision by Tyler Smith. What is he thinking today? Redhawks take over with great field position from the 32-yard line. Let's see what they can do. Wright takes the snap and is back to pass. He checks it down to Crowder, who gains 7 yards. It's looking like it's going to be a long day for these Bulls if they can't pull it together. On 2nd down, Wright again back to pass. He's going to pull it and try to scramble, but he gets sacked by Devon Hollier. Down goes Michael Wright. Right back to pass on 3rd and 9. He just runs a little screen to Karoma, breaks Seth Weischer's tackle, and then he gets wrapped up and taken down. Woo, that was almost a 1st down. That's the stop that the Bulls needed here as they're coming out to attempt a relatively long field goal, about a 42-yarder. That's long for college. The kick is up, and it's fading to the right. No good. Bulls coming out here after getting that stop on defense after the interception. What can Tyler Smith do? He's going to throw it quick to Ryan Glad. He's going to gain about 8 yards on the play. You have to wonder if Tyler Smith's leash is starting to get short. He hasn't been playing particularly well this season. He hands it off Justin Hill on 1st down, who runs through a man and gains 5 and a Bulls 1st down. 1st and 10, Bulls hand it off to Justin Hill again, who cuts it. He gains about 11 on the play. Nice running there on 1st down. 1st and 10. Tyler Smith's going to hand it off to Justin Hill again, who cuts it back, but he gets hit from behind and wrapped up after a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. Bulls are back. Looks like it's going to be a shot play. They're going to throw it up to their best receiver, Ryan Glad, and he is well defended. 3rd and 3 for the Bulls. Bulls coming out here on 3rd and 3. Tyler Smith back to pass. He's going to hit it to Dalton Alexander. Why does he keep cutting back like that? Loss of 3, 4th down. And at the end of 1, the Redhawks are up 14-0, and their offense has been on full display today. Can this Bulls team step up and try to make this a game? Let's find out. Look at this punt. That is a phenomenal punt. That's fantastic by Brown. Redhawks coming out with 95 yards to go for another score. Right back to pass. He throws it short out to Crowder, who gets pushed out of bounds by J.R. Henry after 8. J.R. Henry always seems to be around the ball. He seems to get a lot of tackles on this team. He deserves a little credit. We'll see if he can step it up and help this Bulls rebound in the 2nd quarter. 1st down, Redhawks, Parker Diaz for an 8-yard gain. Michael Wright has been on fire to begin this game, as you should expect. He's out here, hands it off to Karoma, who's finally taken down for a loss by our man, J.R. Henry. 2nd and long. There's a man in motion for the Redhawks. Right back to pass. He checks it. He hits Smith on the slant. Jordan Smith for a gain of 11, setting up a 3rd and short. Coming out here on 3rd and 2. What will the Redhawks do? They're going to send their tight end in motion again. Right. Quick screen out to Crowder, who gets just enough for a 1st down, breaks a tackle, and goes for probably 10 more yards after that. 1st down, Redhawks. Coming out here on 1st and 10. Their tight end goes out in motion to wide. Michael Wright play action to Karoma. He's going deep, and it's caught by Crowder over Seth Weischer, and nobody's going to get him. Touchdown, Redhawks. Nice play action. He throws it up. And Crowder mosses Seth Weischer, pulls that ball down, and he's gone for a touchdown. What a play by this receiver. Redhawks kick it away with a 21-0 lead. Johannesson takes the return from about the 7-yard line, and nobody blocks this man for setting up a short return by Dylan Johannesson. And look at this. The Bulls have decided to make a change as backup quarterback Josh Taylor checks into the game for this drive. We'll see if it's permanent or just to try to switch it up. Keymon Williams on the quick screen gets nothing. We seen quarterback Josh Taylor earlier this season in relief, and he went 0 for 7 with an interception. So he's trying to get himself going this time. Gains 9, setting up a 3rd and short for the Bulls. Looks like the Redhawks are going to bring a little pressure as he hands it off to Justin Hill. Setting him up. He has a lane. Can he get down through it? He cannot, but he gains 34 yards. What a beautiful run by Justin Hill. Wonderfully blocked up front. The pressure was picked up, giving him a big old gap to run through. Coming out in 5 wide, the Bulls. And Josh Taylor back to pass. He's going to hit Hopkins on the screen for a gain of 8 on 1st down. So far, Josh Taylor's been able to come out and inject a little bit of life in this offense, which is exactly what they needed. Ooh, but he is inaccurate. Ryan Glad was open on that play. Bulls coming out in pistol with 3 tight ends. This looks like it'll be a run, and nobody blocks their defensive end. Justin Hill gets blown up for a 2-yard loss. Adam Singleton's their top defensive player on the entire team. And the Bulls are going to come out on 4th down and go for it. They are going to come out and go for it. I guess they're starting to feel the pressure as Dalton Alexander's open and Josh Taylor misses him. Turnover for the Bulls. This Bulls team's looking extremely overmatched today. Michael Wright on the delay hands it off to Karoma, who gains 8 yards as he powers through Haynes. Coming out on 2nd and short. Michael Wright back to pass. Looks like the Bulls had a free rusher, but he couldn't get there. Yoder breaks the tackle for a 10-yard gain. That's tight end Calvin Yoder. Looks like they're going to bring pressure again as Turner comes back down to the line of scrimmage, and they do muddy it up and take down Hunter Karoma for a gain of 2. I think that was Patrick Haynes on the hit. This Bulls defense really needs to be able to bow up and stop them on this drive. 2nd and 8, right back to pass. He's going deep, and he has Smith wide open. Smith is going to take it for a huge gain, setting up the Redhawks with a 1st down and 10 at about the 12-yard line. Michael Wright is 11 for 11 and 173 yards. Redhawks come out here in 5 wide again. Michael Wright back to pass, and why not? He's been perfect, and he stays perfect. Jalen Okeke, touchdown. Redhawks. Look at that. He just beats his man, and nobody could get back in there. Johannesson's going to take that return and see what he can do. He's got a gap on the right side. He breaks the tackle. That was a good return of 33. With the Redhawks up 28-0. Let's see what this offense can do. And it looks like they're going to stick with Josh Taylor. They had some success on the last drive, so it looks like they're going to keep trying to ride the hot hand. Justin Hill gains 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Josh Taylor's going to hit the quick slant on the RPO to Keymon Williams for 5 yards. Coming out on 3rd and 2. What are the Bulls going to do? They're back to pass. Josh Taylor, what is that throw, man? He is inaccurate, and it's bad. It looks like Coach Kent Williams is feeling the pressure already as he's going for it on this 4th and 2, which is a good call analytically to do anyway. Singleton takes the reception for 5 yards. Josh Taylor back to pass. He's got a man deep, Ryan Glad, and he misfires, and it's picked off by Parks. Turnover again for the Bulls. That's number 3 on the day. You can't compete with a team this good if you keep turning the ball over. With 1:36 left till half, the Redhawks, having all 3 timeouts, have plenty of time to get some points on the board. Let's see what they can do. Right back to pass on 1st down. He hits Alexander for a gain of 5. Abram Alexander is probably their top receiver, so we want to keep an eye on him. He's leading all sorts of stats and stuff for the conference. As Wright pulls it down, and he's going to scramble for no gain. They're going to call it a sack, actually, by Devon Hollier. We got lucky on that one. 3rd and 6, Michael Wright takes the snap. He hits Diaz for another 1st down for the Redhawks. They've looked pretty much unstoppable today. This Bulls defense needs to find a way to bow up and stop them. Abram Alexander gets another reception for 9 yards, setting up a 2nd and 1. Coming out here, 2nd and 1, right back to pass. He's looking for a man, and there's no pressure until Devon Hollier gets there at the end of it. Taken down for a sack. That's 3 sacks. That is the most in a single game by anybody this season. Smith takes it for a big gain of 19. The Redhawks get out of bounds as well, making sure they don't even need to rush down the field to snap the ball. Let's see if Devon Hollier can step up. He's had a great game so far. Let's see if he can make it 4 in the first half. He can't. Kelvin Yoder, 16 yards. There's no coverage on the back end today. This Bulls team looks overwhelmed. Michael Wright, he hands it off to Karoma. They must be okay with getting 3. Oh, that was a big gain of 9, but shoot, I wouldn't want to call that in that situation, especially not getting a first down. Michael Wright's going to take snap. 8, 7, 6. He's got to get this ball away, and he does. He finds Chris Crowder for a touchdown. This game is out of hand. 18 of 18 for Michael Wright. Johanneson's going to take the ball from about the 6-yard line. Does he have a big play in him? He might. She can't get through. And at the end of the first half, this game's a complete blowout. 35-0 Redhawks. What can Kent Williams do to change the game plan and maybe get back into it somehow? And these quarterback stats are just depressing for the Bulls. Tyler Smith started today. He's been our starter all season, but 4-9 for 16 yards, 2 picks. Josh Taylor's come in 5-9 with a pick. He's given the offense a little bit of life, but we still don't have any points on the day. As far as running goes, Justin Hill's actually been pretty good on the ground, 8 for 65. The problem is, how much can you run the ball down 35? Receiving, Justin Hopkins, 3 for 27. Everybody else, they've been overwhelmed. This Redhawks team's just completely shut down our passing game. On the defensive side, Jeremiah Ingram, our corner, leads us with 5 tackles. 3 TFLs for Devon Hollier, 1 for Haynes, 1 for J.R. Henry. Sacks go to Hollier and Haynes, with Hollier having 3, which is a season high total for our entire team in one half. So I'm telling you, we don't have a single player with 3 sacks right now on the season. And Devon Hollier got 3 in one half. So that's maybe a sign that we can hopefully look to build upon after this embarrassing half. And the Bulls got to kick it away to the Redhawks to begin the second half. Let's see what Irving can do on this return. He has a little bit of a crease, and he gets it out to about probably the 35-yard line. This chart is pretty sad. They should add points on every drive. 1st and 10, Michael Wright comes out with 5 wide. Thomas Turner comes through untouched, and he gets to him and takes him down. That's exactly how the Bulls need to start the half. 2nd and long, finally putting this Redhawks offense in a tough situation. They hand it off to Karoma, and he gains 6 back, setting up a 3rd and 11. Nice tackle by Seth Weischer. Coming out here on 3rd and 11, and they hit Parker Diaz for a first down on the sideline. I just don't know what the Bulls can do. Michael Wright has not missed a man today. He is almost 20 of 20. I haven't looked it up, but that's probably a record. As he's back to pass on first down, he is 20 of 20, hitting Abram Alexander for a gain of 9. Looks like the Bulls are going to come out and try to run a little press man and see if that'll help, as Michael Wright pulls it, slides down for a first down just in front of J.R. Henry. Coming out here on 1st down and 10. They're going to bring Smith in motion. He's going to take the carry, and he kind of got a little wonky there, but we'll take it. Patrick Haynes wraps him up. Coming out here on 2nd and 6. Michael Wright's back to pass, and he is going to hit Abram Alexander again for 10 yards. Abram Alexander has been kept mostly in check, but everybody else has been able to step up. Michael Wright on 1st down is going to do the QB power for a gain of 5. All right, 2nd and 5. Michael Wright on the read option hands it off to Karoma, who gets a first down and sets the Redhawks up at the 6-yard line with a 1st and goal. This Bulls defense has kind of tried to apply the Patrick Mahomes effect to Michael Wright with how dominant this offense has been, and it hasn't worked at all. As touchdown Jordan Smith, Redhawks go up 41-0. And what I meant by that is they're running a lot of deep zone coverage to keep the play in front of them. And to finish up that thought, as their Redhawks are kicking it away, just trying to keep the men in front of them. The problem is it hasn't worked. They've been able to find open men everywhere, all over the field. Michael Wright's been dominant. I mean, you look at his stats, 5 touchdowns, 297 yards passing. He's been dominant. So you got to wonder if maybe they're going to have to come out and try to run a little bit more man coverage because zone's not working. He's just picking you apart, but you'd hope he'd try to keep throwing it deep like they're known for. On 1st down and 10, Josh Taylor back to pass. He's going to throw it. He has Keymon Williams who drops it. This Bulls team can't catch a break. That was a great throw by Josh Taylor, and Keymon Williams just can't hold on to it as he's back to pass. And this time, he's going to hit Singleton, who drops it as he gets hit. That was a little bit tougher of a reception. Coming out on 3rd and 10, you have to wonder what the Bulls are going to do here. They're going to throw a screen to Justin Hill, and he gets wrapped up for a loss of 1. The game was a little glitchy there. That didn't even help. Looks like this time the Bulls defense is going to come out with just one single high safety. Looks like they are going to try to pressure, and Karoma again, 7 yards. If he doesn't lose his balance, he's gone. There's nobody over there. This Bulls defense is nowhere to be found today. The Bulls, they can't even compete in this game. Their 4-2 record's a little misleading, as I said. They haven't played the best of teams in the MAC. Crowder gets another reception for a 1st down. Thomas Turner wraps him up and takes him down. Michael Wright hands it off to Karoma, who's going to finally get wrapped up for a short gain of just 3. 2nd down and 7 here. Looks like probably a defensive offsides. Yeah, encroachment by the defense. Oh, man. Christian Smallwood was guilty of that, setting him up with 2nd and 2. Even when they kind of made a play on 1st down, they messed it up anyway and gave him a 2nd and short. J.R. Henry comes over, wraps him up, holding him to a 3rd and inches. That might be the shortest run of the game for Karoma. I don't know that for fact. This has just been a tough one for the Bulls. I think they're probably going to start playing some backups soon. There's no point in keeping your starters out here and just padding your stats. As Diaz takes the reception for a gain of 2 and a 1st down, he breaks the 1st tackle and still finds a way to get a 1st down. I mean, what are the Bulls gonna do? They are not doing anything. As Crowder takes the quick screen, 10 yards, giving the Redhawks almost another 1st down. They're going to call him inches short. Michael Wright hasn't missed today. He is 25 of 25. How ridiculous is this? As he takes the read option, breaks the tackle from Patrick Farnock, and walks into the end zone. Johannesson's going to take the return down 49-0. Can he provide us with a spark? He doesn't. Look at this disparity today. We're not even close to Miami of Ohio. I mean, we knew the Bulls had work to do, but did you really think it was going to be this bad against them? I thought, maybe Coach Kent Williams could get them moving forward a little bit here. But, man, we haven't been able to do nothing. Another short gain on 1st down, setting up a 2nd and long for the Bulls. At this point, the Bulls just need to try to come out here and do what they can do to gain a little bit of confidence as Justin Hill takes the carry, setting up a 3rd and 1. That was a pretty good run. And we've been down so much today, we've only seen Brian Romney on the field 1 time. Because, I mean, how do you run the ball when you're down and you're hoping to get back in it? Justin Hill gets a nice carry. He cuts it out wide. He can't get away from the safety, though, as he gains 31 yards. That's another great play. Both of our offensive plays that have gone for big yards have been carries by Justin Hill. Johannesson checks into the game. Josh Taylor back to pass. He misfires. Keymon Williams was wide open, and he just couldn't hit him. I mean, how do you do anything when you can't throw the ball? And the bigger problem right now for the Bulls is they don't have a quarterback right now in their recruiting class. There's no quarterback committed to them, and the quarterback that they were recruiting heavily just committed elsewhere, so they're starting to look at options elsewhere, but their top target, he chose to go to a different team. I mean, what are you going to do in that situation? Josh Taylor back to pass on 3rd and 9. He hits him, but Justice Hopkins only gains 3, setting up a 4th and 6. And it looks like the Bulls just want points out of this as they're out kicking a 42-yard field goal that just squeaks through to get them on the board for the first time today. 49-3, Redhawks are leading this. And the kicks away. Brown boots it down to Irving. Let's see what the Redhawks can do, and I'm sure people are enjoying watching their offense play today because they have been phenomenal. 5 straight touchdown drives, and one of them was a 95-yard drive. I mean, they've been impressive. Looks like Coach Kent Williams is going to give his starting D another drive. And the Redhawks still haven't pulled their starters yet, so we'll see. Michael Wright takes a carry to the right and gains 5, setting up a second down and medium situation. And at the end of 3, it's 49-3, Miami of Ohio dominating the Bulls today. It hasn't been pretty, so let's see what they can do to finish out and maybe learn for the future because this has been tough. To begin the fourth quarter, the Redhawks come out with 4 wide, and Quorum. Ooh, Diaz, another reception for 13. Man's not working, zone's not working. I don't know what to do. Michael Wright is 26 of 26 for 335 yards and 5 touchdowns. This has not been a good day by the Bulls defense. Michael Wright's out here breaking completion records. As he checks it down to Karoma, he runs through Seth Weischer and gets a first down and 19 yards. The NCAA record for consecutive completions is 36, held by Dominic. What was his name? He was ECU's quarterback. He played for Atlanta. Don't remember his name. I just lost it. But him, and then the most consecutive completions to start a game is 29, and that was done by a quarterback from Princeton a few years ago. So we'll see if Michael Wright can come through and break records as he's back to pass on first down, and it's not going to happen. It ends at 27. The commenter's curse came in the Bulls' favor. He still has a very good shot at breaking the completion percentage record, though. As he's back to pass, he has pressure and he has to throw it away. That's 2 consecutive incompletions as he gets hit. 3rd and 10, Michael Wright back to pass. Turner has pressure on him, but he checks it down, and Parker Diaz gets the first down for a gain of 12. 2nd and goal from about the 8-yard line. What can the Redhawks do as they bring Smith in motion? They're going to hand it off to him. He's going to walk in untouched. I was going to say, if he cuts it in, he's in. I thought going wide, there was a chance Seth Weischer could get over there. But he's just not quite quick enough to get there. With the Redhawks leading 56-3, you've got to wonder what the Bulls are going to do on this drive. Are they going to get some backups, some carries as Johannesson returns it for 19? It looks like the Bulls are going to bring out some young people today to get some carries and some run at receiver. Josh Taylor back to pass on first down. What a play by this Redhawks defense. It's just demoralizing. Everything they do works. Josh Taylor comes out on 2nd and 10 now. He's going to hit White, who's a freshman redshirt, on Trail White for a gain of 18 yards. This has not been a good day, and you've got to wonder now what the Bulls are thinking for this season. Are they concerned as it's dropped by Johannesson on 2nd and 10 to bring up a 2nd and 10? Somehow the Bulls look better in their game against Georgia than they have today. You have to wonder if they just couldn't get up against Miami of Ohio like they did against Georgia. When you're playing number 1 team in the nation, you just, you get that extra energy to get up for the game and fight. They have none today. I mean, you could just tell from the start the Redhawks were the better team. As Johannesson gets a carry, he gets the first down on 3rd down, setting up the Bulls with a chance to keep evaluating more young players. Sonny Godfrey checks into the game as Josh Taylor's back to pass, and he is going to check it down to Sonny Godfrey. He's going to gain 8 yards. He's a bigger guy, a little bit more powerful, but he's not the greatest, honestly. It's why you don't see him out there much. He's going to take a deep shot and get picked off by Brumfield. He just kind of chucked it up there at this point. They're just trying to one-on-one it. It didn't work. First down, Redhawks as they take over. As you can see, some young guys have taken over on the defense as well. They're keeping their D-line out there, it looks like, though. So we'll see what happens here as Karoma gets a carry, and he gains 16 yards, and he wasn't hit until probably 14 yards down the field. 1st and 10. Redhawks again, leaving their starters out there. Kind of shocking. They just want to put it to the Bulls. As Michael Wright pulls it, he cuts out wide. He has a chance. He cannot beat Arnold. He's knocked out of bounds after a gain of 18. The Bulls defense has given up almost 600 yards of offense today. That is embarrassing. Michael Wright back to pass. He steps up and he hits Yoder down the seam for 19 yards and another Redhawks first down. They're not letting up. Arnold coming down towards the line of scrimmage here at safety. Michael Wright just hits Crowder on the short check down, who powers forward for a gain of 10, setting up a 2nd and inches, I guess. What can the Bulls do to maybe come out of this game with a little bit of confidence on defense? Do you think a stop here even helps at this point? Michael Wright scrambles for 11 yards and a 1st and goal. I can't remember the last time, aside from this series, that I've been beat this bad twice. Michael Wright back to pass. He thought it could have been picked off as Yoder catches it for a gain of 1. Coming out here on 2nd and goal. The Redhawks go with 2 men in the backfield. Michael Wright running read option, pulls it, and Arnold makes the tackle after a 6-yard gain for Wright. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Redhawks draining the clock. What will they do? Michael Wright back to pass. He's looking to get another touchdown, and he finds another one. This time, he hits Abram Alexander. 63-3 is the score. This game has been demoralizing for the Bulls. I have never... Oh, look at that step back by Johannesson. There's not many highlights from today, but that's probably the one highlight. And it looks like the Bulls are going to pull Josh Taylor and put Brian Romney out there. Is it just for the play, or is this going to be a series of Brian Romney to see what he can do? He gains 7 yards on a carry. Sonny Godfrey is in the game in the backfield. He's going to get hit immediately and gain nothing. We didn't pull our starting offensive line either. I want that noted. Oh, and he's picked off on the screen by Houston. He was trying to hit Keemon Williams, who he kept in the game, and they can't bring him down. That's going to be a pick 6, giving the Redhawks a chance at 70 in this game. Wow, what a day for the Redhawks. They showed why they are the #1 offense in the nation. As Johannesson trips up, that is a perfect example of how our day's gone. Oh, this has been a tough one for the Bulls and Coach Kent Williams. How do they respond after this level of adversity for the 2nd time this season? Godfrey gets the carry. He can't power forward through the man, but he does gain 9 on the play. Sonny Godfrey's still out there. He's going to get his 2nd straight carry. As you can see, he's not fast, but he kind of is a bigger man. He gets another 1st down for the Bulls. I mean, I say another like they've gotten a lot, but they hit White, Dontrell White on the screen on. He gets a 1st down. Nice play for Dontrell White. Maybe he needs to see a few plays. He's had 2 catches, and they were both big plays. And I mean, that's probably some of the biggest plays for the Bulls so far today. Johannesson finally checks into the game on offense. Romney back to pass as he's looking. He can't find anybody. But see, this is the ability he has that nobody else. And he fumbles the ball, and it's another turnover. Talking him up, and a turnover happens. That's number 6, I believe, of the day. This embarrassing game is finally going to come to an end soon. Hopefully the Bulls don't allow... Oh, no, Karoma. He gets hit after a gain of 16. Let's hope that that's the last play of the game. And this game goes final with the Redhawks of Miami, Ohio, winning 70-3 in absolute dominant fashion. Michael Wright was phenomenal. He did everything correct today. I have never seen a MAC team look so good in play when I've played this game. This is by far the best I've ever seen a MAC team look. And I had no hand in building this team. They are just dominant. That is just insane. How do you do anything against that? 70-3. That's the final here today. As always, we're going to take a look at stats no matter how bad they are. As you can see, not a single quarterback had a good day passing. We didn't even total 100 yards through the air, and we were trying to throw all day. We couldn't do anything. It looks as if we don't have a quarterback for now or the future. And as I stated, we don't have a quarterback right now that we are recruiting that is even close to signing with us. So the future at the position's looking a little murky for the Bulls. Rushing wise, Justin Hill was very good. He had 11 carries for 105 yards. If we'd have maybe leaned into him a little bit earlier, instead of having them two picks that really kind of ended the game before it began, we might have been able to keep this closer because he was good on the ground. And Dylan Johannesson was okay, and Sonny Godfrey was pretty darn good in his 3 carries. And then Brian Romney, obviously, he gets carries, he's going to get yards. Receiving wise, nobody stood out. Nothing really that great. A lot of drops here, 4 of them. Um, I don't know. This is a game we need to just flush away and hope that we can somehow forget about it. Seth Weischer, J.R. Henry, and Cameron Jefferson led us in tackles with 7. Devon Hollier, Patrick Haynes, and Jeremiah Ingram all had 6. TFLs, 3 for Hollier in the first half, and then second half he was shut out. Patrick Haynes had 2, 1 for Turner, 1 for Henry. Sacks, we had 5 today, which is a season high in a single game. Turner, Haynes each got 1. Hollier had the 3 in the first half. We had no interceptions, as you can see, and no forced fumbles. Now let's flip it over to the impressive stats. These are the stats that are just insane. Michael Wright, 32 of 34, 399 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And then you look at what he did on the ground. He had another 80 yards on 16 carries and 2 more touchdowns. What a day. Have a day, Michael Wright. Hunter Karoma, a freshman redshirt running back. We are going to have to deal with him in the future. Had 15 carries for 149 yards against us. We didn't stop him on the ground at all. Receiving, Chris Crowder, only a sophomore. 8 catches, 132 yards, and 2 scores. Parker Diaz, a tight end. 8 for 73 and a touchdown. Oh, look, he's only a sophomore. Junior receiver, Abram Alexander. Usually their leading receiver. We held him in check for the most part. He got 5 balls, but he only took him for 36 yards and that 1 score. Calvin Yoder, he's luckily going to be gone after this season, but 4 for 46. Jordan Smith, who will be back next year, he's 6'6", 226 pounds. He's a big man. We talked about him. He's another good receiver that put up stats. He went 4 for 76 and a touchdown. And then Karoma added 2, and Okiki had that 1 early in the game. Looking at their defensive stats, their stats were pretty impressive as far as turnovers went. Tackles-wise, Diggs, Carlisle, Houston, and Brumfield all had 5. And TFLs, they had 4. Diggs, Carlisle, Adam Singleton, and Miles Jones. They surprisingly didn't get a sack today. And their 5 interceptions, 2 for Connor Brumfield, 2 for Kadarius Houston, and 1 for Roosevelt Parks. Now, we got to look at their forced fumbles because I know they also had the one that was by Kevin Diggs, and it was recovered by Adam Singleton, their star defensive end. Thankfully, this game has come to an end. All right, after that very embarrassing loss, I'm going to show you we got a player to commit. It's, as I said, this name's a tough one. Afitu Adkins out of Lynbrook, New York, committed. He's an athlete, probably a defensive end. I'll show him off real quick. This is his stats. I think he's a defensive end. He could maybe play oops, wrong button. He could maybe play a little bit of a linebacker. Maybe he has the speed, but he doesn't really have the agility. He has a little bit of coverage, so he might be a linebacker instead of a defensive end. It's kind of what we need, but with his body type, it leads me to believe he's probably more of a defensive end. But either way, we're excited to bring him in. We need all the help we can get on defense, and as you can see, We have three defensive commits right now. We went heavy on defense. We need the most help there. And then, I mean, quarterback's another position. And as you can see, Cameron Bryan, he was our quarterback we're really pushing for. Yeah, he locked us out. We can't get back into it. It's going to be FAU or Miami. Maybe UCF can get back into it, but he was a great prospect. I was really looking forward to working with him. Doesn't have the greatest arm, but he has good accuracy coming in. Didn't have the most speed, but he could run a little bit if I needed him to. He wasn't a great prospect, but I think he'd be better than what we have. And then I want to show off this one that I added to our board and found he's a plus 10 gem. His name's Tyler Mattingly. He's out of Oregon. He doesn't have any speed really, but he has 85 throw power and 77 accuracy. That would be the best combination on our team right now. So I hope we can maybe get into the fight for him. Right now, he's looking at all big schools, but as you can see, nobody's offered him. Nobody's really recruiting him. I think I should be able to get in here and fight for him and bring him to the East Coast because nobody's going after him. And this late in the season, hey, if you're a 3-star prospect and nobody's offered you, you're going to consider a team like Buffalo from the MAC because, hey, what else are you going to do if you don't? So Tyler Mattingly, 6 foot, 264 quarterback. He's going to be our target. Maybe we'll be able to bring him in. We'll look ahead at our stats for our next game. Northern Illinois comes to town. We go to their town. As you can see, they're better than us on offense. They're better than us on defense. It's going to be another tough day, probably. So this is LDJ 11 Gaming, and thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.